Hey Gen Chem Nation, if you're watching this video, then you have signed up for General Chemistry here at the University of Vermont, and I am your instructor, Eric Ruggles. So here, just a quick little video to help you get started with our summer course, basically by just exploring BlackBoard, showing the little ins and outs for access to all the information as we go throughout our summer semester. I'll have more of an introduction as far as my personal hobbies and things of that within the discussion board, which we'll talk about in a little bit as we go. That's kind of the next stage or the next step. But first, let's just look at getting started, and I'm going to switch screens now so we can look at BlackBoard. So when you log into my UVM and then get into BlackBoard on the general chemistry site, we should always be entering into the announcements page, which is where we're at right now. Here's the announcement you should have gotten, and we're just now kind of exploring some of these things, such as getting started, assignments, mastering chemistry. I just wanted to put a video together to help us all out. If we look at the page, there's this kind of breakdown that you can do with the navigation pane window shortcut, whether you want to see it or not. In terms of what we look at, we're really looking at the top left hand corner here, and right now we're in that announcements page, which I just clicked and refreshed here. And so I just want to walk through the other pieces. Obviously you saw the announcements, and hopefully we then click the getting started link, and so here's where we are within getting started. Right, just looking at the video, which is what we're at right now, but just realizing that there's a lot of different pieces already here on BlackBoard, such as the syllabus, assignments, mastering chemistry, a bunch of course materials, discussion boards, as well as then lab materials at the end, as well as some documents. The idea here is just to kind of give you a sense of everything that's there on BlackBoard already, and everything is numbered according to our navigation pane. So hopefully that helps with getting from one to the other. If we start with the syllabus. The syllabus here, as we come into it, there's a number of documents that we can see. We have the full syllabus at the top, and then what I've done is broken the full syllabus apart into all of its pieces, just so that if you're looking for specific information, you don't have to go through the full syllabus. You could just say, oh, I just want to look at grades. I just go to Roman numeral 3, or I'm curious about the lab schedule, I go to Roman numeral 5, etc. And then at the bottom, some helpful tips for the exams that we'll be taking with Mastering Chemistry, which will be our platform for that. So that's the syllabus, and we should be checking that out, making sure we understand everything that's expected of us, as well as what you can expect of me. Number 2 would be then assignments, and I don't have all the assignments populated right now for you to view, but what we will be seeing are folders like we see here. So so far what I'm showing you here is the module syllabus, which is something we would need to complete before class begins, and you'll notice we have learning objectives as well. And if you then open up into that, we then have an assignment as well as a video to help us go through the actual syllabus. Or if we go to something a little bit more vigorous, such as Module 17, now I'll be warning you, Module 17 is a big one in terms of the material. And so here we can see that we have our learning objectives, and then we have our assignments, right? And so here are videos. Yes, I put music into the lecture as well to try to help people relax and regroup. But lecture material, homework assignments, extra help, and I'll get back into that in that next video, looking at more of the ebb and flow of the assignments and of the lecture. We then have Mastering Chemistry. Mastering Chemistry, your page probably won't look like this since this is mine, but you need to access Mastering Chemistry through this link. You will have an icon here that basically allows you to set up an account, or if you already have an account, well then you just need to link them together. It's really not that difficult. But if you don't have an account, here is where you would then set it up, as well as access Mastering Chemistry materials. And you can do that through the MyLab Mastering Chemistry course home that we have at the bottom left-hand corner. And that'll take you to Mastering Chemistry. If you already have an account, it will bring you right into our course home. And then if we look under assignments, here's where we can find all the homework problem assignments throughout the semester. These are all practice assessments, but then there will be exams in here as well. So this is kind of the online version of the textbook. You have e-text link here as well. So nothing wrong with the textbook. Basically, this and the textbook are mirror images of one another. They're very much the same. But the platform for exams that we will use will be Mastering Chemistry. So I want to make sure that you at least practice some of your problems here as well. So that's Mastering Chemistry. In course materials, I've already tried to provide a number of folders for us. Some are filled and some aren't. So like live lecture notes, this is where I will put each module's lecture notes. So not only do we have the video assignment as far as the lecture is concerned, we also have like the transcript of the lecture or the PDF version of the lecture, which I'll post in live lecture notes. I also provide links directly within the assignments to those lecture notes. Class question and answer, the next folder. Classes is going to be about Q&A. You're going to be watching the lectures. You're going to be attempting the homework problems, trying your best. But obviously, we need time to talk about concepts and review concepts and do example problems. I mean, I do plenty of this within the lecture videos, but obviously you guys and gals will have questions. So class is all about question and answer. And so I will post not only the videos of that question and answer periods for each lecture or each class, but I will also post them in PDF versions here within the class Q&A. There's a solution manual. The full solution manual can be found here. It's organized by chapter. Homework problem videos. I have done a lot of homework problem videos for students. Here, these are organized by chapter. So we just go into one, let's say chapter 13. What you'll find is a number of example problems trying to help students with concepts. So if we're working like on boiling point or freezing point, maybe number 77 would be a good one to watch. And basically this just takes us to me and a whiteboard, or I guess a green board in this case.
77 in chapter 12.
And
number 77 talks about a glucose.
I just trying to go through and talk about boiling point,
the KV
freezing point, and try to help
point
students
would
with
equal
those types
the
of
solvent
mathematics,
is our boiling
even
point.
if I'm not
Our
around.
freezing point.
Homework problem videos, and I know there's a lot of them, which It took me a long time to put together, but I will make sure, like within our announcements, that these links are direct within the announcement or within the assignment, and so you don't have to go searching through these folders. I will actually provide links to direct you directly towards them, but here they are if you want to peruse. Not only do we have those homework problem videos, I also do closed caption versions. I also post exams from 2018 and 2019. I post 2 different versions of them. We have the blank version, which is, if you want to print it out and just kind of use it as a worksheet, you can. And then the actual practice exam keys. Obviously, things are a bit different. We are in a virtual community, and so these were, really taken from, in-class sessions at this point. But all of this information is relevant and helpful to you in terms of preparing for an actual exam. So I post all of these keys there, as well as the blank practice exams. For extra practice, we have SI problem sets. This is basically student instruction led, and we have great SI leaders, and so here is basically the whole semester of SI sessions. I will give you some pointers here as far as which session goes with which assignment as we go throughout the semester. And then some other just random documents. Steps to success in Chem 32 might be a good one to peruse. Periodic table, nomenclature chart, and just freshening up on naming. And forces of attraction, which is really kind of where we begin and going into 32. So maybe a good review of the forces of attraction would be helpful in the beginning here. So that is the course materials. And now we're down to the discussion board. And so here's our discussion board so far. It'll be, there'll be a lot more, forums as we go. I've created some already. Starting from the bottom. We got bad news and good news. I like to hear things I'm doing good, obviously, but I'm way open to constructive criticism and trying to make the course better. So that's the only way we can improve. Is really accept criticism, while I'm very able to accept criticism, try to have a suggestion too. So it's not all about a negative thing. It's about saying, okay, here's an issue, but maybe this could help rectify it, and I can give that thought and try to make the course, as I always am, a better one. This week we have pre-summer school, so we can throw in questions there. Summer introductions. I haven't put my introduction in there yet, but I will be doing that shortly. This is just I know we're all distant, but if you want to put together a short little clip about you, video, that's what I'm going to do. Or if you just want to put a picture and just a little dialogue of yourself, or if you just want to write a short paragraph, it's up to you to do. Just trying to start to make new connections with the student class, even though it's a virtual one. And then we have lab issues. As we go from chapter to chapter or module to module, there'll be more and more forums here in terms of that type of discussion. As far as, okay, if you have questions from module 17 or chapter 17, right, then there's going to be a discussion thread there that we can talk. So, and lastly, we have lab materials. It's not populated just yet, but it will be in the next couple days, so don't worry about that. So that is getting started. right? We kind of walk through all of those little links that we have in the top left navigation pane, and that's what we want to, kind of do on our own, peruse what's out there, make sure you're aware of things that are provided. You go down to the bottom of getting started. We have maybe a first assignment, which is, post the video about yourself on the discussion board. Like I said, no pressure here. You just want text or just, hey, how you doing? Or a picture, that'd be great. And then we move on to the next topic, which is ebb and flow of lecture in terms of getting started. That's all I have for right now. Again, getting started, check out all the different pieces of that left navigation page with syllabus course materials, and start to interact with the discussion board as far as maybe some introductions or questions, what have you. I will be talking to you soon.